Cooking Up a Storm, sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program.
We're cooking up a storm at West Virginia Northern Community College with Chef Chris. You belong here.
That's right, you do belong here.
That's the big slogan
That's
here.
the slogan, yes.
Of the Thundering Chicken at West Virginia Northern.
Yes, the Thundering Chickens.
Getting you ready for the holidays with, now what are you going to call this?
I call it traditional bread stuffing.
You know, you could cause a food fight with people with this because there were people who say this is dressing.
This is correct.
You're in the stuffing crowd. I tend to call it stuffing myself.
Because usually people stuff something with it.
In the stuff the cavity of the bird.
The bird or a breast.
Are you a big? Because I think that's a big debate around Thanksgiving and the holidays too. Don't stuff the bird; you'll get all like my family has this argument every year. If you stuff the cavity of the bird, you're going to get like salmonella with that. Salmonella stuffing is what we call it.
That is correct, actually.
Really? So you don't want to stuff your bird?
You can, but do it the correct way. So you cook your bird separate, you cook your stuffing separate, because everything has to come to the correct temperature.
Okay.
And then at the end, when everything's cooked correctly, you put the stuffing in the cavity. That's the food safe way to get around it. Yes, I know Grandma's been doing it that way for decades. I get it.
Yeah.
But because with a turkey, I have to make sure it's 165 degrees. In order to get that stuffing to 165 degrees, that bird's going to be 220, and that bird's not going to be any good that way.
Well, see, my mom likes it in the bird, and we actually label it. We call it salmonella stuffing, the one that was in the bird for that reason.
Wow.
So, but you know, she's never gotten sick over the years. Now, because people, I think that they tend to want to stuff the bird. They say, I don't know if it's an old wives' tale or what, that it keeps the bird moist. Is there any truth to that?
Well, yes, because it will pull the moisture out of the bread, yes. So
what can you stuff instead of that? Like, you put onions or something in there, or
usually
vegetables?
Put aromatics like whole onions, whole celery, it's just like when some people will cook them on top of onions, mirepoix, onions, celery, and carrots, kick it on top of it, so those flavors get through.
Okay.
So,
good. A lot of myth busting in this one. I like that.
Well, I try to, when it comes to food safety, I try to myth bust.
Because you got the whole dressing stuffing argument, and some people will put like sauce. I've never had it with it, but I hear people with sausage in their stuffing or dressing.
That's correct. So if you do sausage stuffing, you can do oyster stuffing.
I've heard of that too. That's wild.
You can do cornbread stuffing. I lived in the South for a number of years. Yeah. They use cornbread instead of bread.
Okay.
So it just depends on what your tradition is, what's available. That's another thing. A lot of people. We use stale bread because, again, to me, stuffing is something you're utilizing products. Some people only want fresh bread. Everybody has their little nuances. So,
I find it funny at the grocery store right before Thanksgiving, they sell stuffing bread. And I'm like, what in the world's the difference between that bread and regular bread? It's probably their old bread.
It was their old bread that they couldn't sell that it's exactly
That's
right.
what it is.
That's exactly right because it's usually dried out a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I start with celery and onions.
Okay.
And we're going to add our...
And you had clarified butter in there.
Yeah, clarified butter. If you don't have clarified butter, you can use any kind of lubricant.
That's what the lubricant that we have in there, the clarified butter, looks like.
And then I just add a little bit of poultry seasoning.
Oh, that's the best. That smell of that. That's the smell of Thanksgiving right there. That's like, that's scratch and sniff Thanksgiving.
And then add a little bit of salt and pepper.
What's in it? A lot of sage in this, right? Ground sage?
Correct. A lot of sage in that.
A little salt, pepper.
And then what I'm going to do on top of that is add my chicken stock.
Ooh.
Now, if you had a turkey stock or something like that, you could use that if you wanted to.
The
any
stock
kind
that
of
you're
stock.
cooking your giblets in, or giblets?
Giblets and giblets, right.
Giblets, the stuff that comes in the bag.
Yeah, you hope it's not just gravy.
Yeah.
Or what they call gravy. So the key here is you got to have enough moisture and let the bread soak up some of that moisture. Because next we're going to put this in the oven.
I add a little milk to mine.
You can.
Yeah.
Just remember not too much milk because potential curdling.
Yeah.
That's what you have to watch for.
I think we had it before we put it in the skillet, I guess.
Yeah. So again, you want to bring that milk up slower and not just shock it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anytime you try to shock milk, is when you run into potential curdling.
Yeah, we don't want any of that.
No, no curdles. I don't do enough curdles to get curdles.
Curdles.
All right, so I leave mine a little loose, meaning
Okay.
a little bit liquid. Some people do, some people don't. Next, and then we're done with it here, and it goes in the oven.
You put it in the oven. How long again? 15 minutes?
20 minutes.
15,
So again,
20
you see
minutes.
how your liquid's gone? It's
Okay.
kind of solid.
Now, if you're making this, because like you're making this for a crowd, you're not making a little skillet. I typically put it in like a casserole type of dish.
Casserole dish. if
Still
you-
about 15, 20, or may need to cook a little longer.
It all depends on the size. You know, this is just a little wet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends-
Obviously, your edges get dried out faster.
Yeah. If you like it a little, I like mine a little. See the one that's in the bird, the salmonella stuffing. That's kind of your wet one. It's I like the crustiness
Right.
of
And
the
again,
one that's in the oven.
So what
more.
you like.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, exactly.
So let's see what it tastes like.
Hopefully, like good stuffing. People put raisins in there too. I don't.
Cranberries.
I don't get that. I don't think that belongs in stuffing.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Oh, good.
Put that in a nice chicken breast or a turkey breast.
That's delicious right there.
And again, if you like it moist, you keep it out moist.
Yeah.
If you like it tougher, again, you go with what your preference is.
Oh, there's nothing like a good stuffing right there. That's perfect. Yeah, it's another one of these things. Thanksgiving is one of these meals where we should make stuffing more through the
Yes.
year than we do.
That's right, but everybody associates it with Thanksgiving, so that's the only time of year we do it.
And then in the year, if they need to make stuffing, you know what they do? They buy the box.
Yeah.
Don't buy the box.
Got to keep somebody in business besides us.
I guess. It's delicious. Thanks, Chef Chris, for sharing this one. Stuff yourself with stuffing. Until next time, we're cooking up a storm.
I was the first in my family to go to college.
I was looking to switch careers.
I wanted the highest quality, but most affordable option for a degree.
No matter where you are in life, West Virginia Northern Community College can make your dream of a college degree a reality. With over half of our students being first-generation college students and free tuition for many programs, Northern is the right choice for you.
I can go to college. West Virginia Northern Community College. You belong here.
Cooking Up a Storm, sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program.